Guess what? I have 5 PowerPoint slide templates that I want to give to you for absolutely free. Each and every slide is fully customizable to your needs. Whether you're presenting to your boss, your professor, your colleague, your employees, or your mother-in-law, you can use these 5 slides in any way that you'd like. And to get them, you only have to do just one thing. Click on the first link on the YouTube description and sign up to the SlideCow mailing list. Your welcome email will consist of a download link with these slides. Thank you and enjoy. Welcome back to another video from SlideCow. My name is Yo-Yo and together we're going to make your slides amusing. So guys, it's the end of the year now. A lot of you are winding down after a hard year work, and in fact, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are still on holiday. So this week I thought it would be a good idea to take things easy and just have some fun with PowerPoint by creating a happy holiday slide. Just do note though, this is not the common SlideCow tutorial. You're going to see me create this slide from scratch. It wasn't planned or anything, and I'll keep editing to a bare minimum, so that way you'll get to see my thinking process as well as the mistakes I'll make and how to rectify them. Anyway, onto the video, let's go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to add a blue gradient background, and the easiest way to do this is just to hop on over to Google and search blue gradient. And click on images here, and I think I'm going to go with the first search result right over here. I'm going to just copy this image, paste it. I'm actually not going to use this image as the background. I'm actually going to use the colors from this image instead. And to do that, I'm just going to go to insert, click on shapes, go to this rectangle here, just draw it out like this, and I'm going to remove the outline, send it to back, and then I'm going to click on, actually just make sure that everything's fine. I'm gonna go to gradient, and I'm gonna click on this one right over here. Then I'm gonna go to shape, fill, gradient again, and just click on more gradient so that this little sidebar pops up. I think that I'm just gonna click on this third stop over here, go to color, eyedropper tool, and then just click on, I think it was this one over here. Yeah, that works out. So I'm gonna delete the middle stop just over there, and with this one over here, I'm just going to click that, click in the center so that we have a blue gradient slide that looks awesome. All right, so I'm going to make another slide now because I'm thinking maybe we should just go with some sort of symbolic meaning for the holiday. And I was thinking a snowflake, and I have to make a snowflake from scratch, right? So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this slide for now. And I'm just going to go to insert, click on shapes, and then click on this circle over here, which is the circle hollow effect, the one with the gap in the middle. Just going to draw one out like this. It's not going to be too huge. Let's just make sure it's aligned in the center, align middle, and let's make it a tad thinner and smaller, actually. Maybe just a bit thicker. Yep, that works out fine. So with that done, I can now head on over to insert, click on shapes, and the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is this little rounded rectangle over here. Let's just draw something out like this, and let's make it super curvy by moving this yellow dot to the right, like that. Put that in the middle, and I think that looks cool. All right, so I'm just going to wing the shape over here. Let's just duplicate that. Rotate it to the right a bit, put it in the middle as well. Just make sure it's in the middle. And, oops, let's make that. Yep, that is cool. And I'm gonna duplicate this, rotate it like that. Okay, so does that look fine? Let's see. Yeah, I think this works. So if I was to duplicate that and then go to arrange, rotate, and then flip horizontal and put that over here, that could work. Actually, let's forget this and let's just play around with this shape over here. So I'm just going to duplicate this slide one more time, delete this, right? I'm going to highlight everything here, go to Format, Merge Shapes, Union. And the reason why I did that is because I think it'd be easier for us to sort of, cut this shape in half and then place the two halves together to create a symmetrical shape rather than, play around with the positioning of this rectangle over here. So I'm just going to go back to our one shape, which looks like a stickman dancing somewhat. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab on to a shape here. So let's just go with the rectangle. Just cut this in half just like this. I'm going to click on this shape, click on the rectangle, go to Format, Merge Shapes, and click on Subtract. I'm going to duplicate this shape, and I'm going to rotate it. And I'm going to remove the outline for both shapes here, when it decides to work. Just like that. Now let's just play around and see if all is good. Does that work? Format, Merge Shapes, Union. Yeah, I think that does work actually. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to check that out by changing. Yeah, that works fine. All right, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to delete these guys and paste that over there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring that down over here, and I'm going to rotate it. Rotate, flip vertical, so that it's something like this. Okay, that looks great, I think. Let's just make sure that everything is as aligned as it could be. So I'm going to distribute vertically over here. Yep, I think that's as good as it gets for now. So with that done, what I can do, actually, you know what I can do? I can make this just a tad smaller. I can move this down here, move that up here, and then do that same process again. There we go. Okay. So with that done, I can click on these two orange shapes I just made now. I can group them up. I can duplicate it, put it just like that. And I can just rotate it to the right like this once. And I can duplicate that again and just rotate it this way. That way we have a pretty damn good snowflake, I think. And we can just check that out by, highlighting everything, making sure that there's no outline whatsoever, grouping it up, copying, pasting it, and making it white. Oh, there we go. That's the white I was looking for. Sorry. So yeah, I think that looks great. I think that's a pretty damn good snowflake that we made out of shapes in PowerPoint. I think there's a little. Let's just try something out here. Remember, this is not planned or anything. I'm just, playing around, showing you guys what a creative process looks like. Let's just rotate that to the right like this and go to more fill colors over here and set the transparency to around, let's go with 90% there, and send that to back. And just bring forward here. Yeah, I think that looks better. It gives it a glossy effect that maybe we're looking for. I don't know. I think it looks better though. So I think there's a little bit more we can do. Let's try something else here. Let's just grab onto a circle that we made earlier. We can paste that. And what we're going to do, actually, let's just center that just to be sure that we're good. Okay. So I'm just gonna blow this up like this until I know it takes over the entire sort of slide. That, let's make that white. Okay, I think that's a bit too thick for me, so I'm just gonna make this a tad thinner. How does that look? I think that looks good. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks good? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, fine, not too bad, I guess. Actually, I'm a bit concerned with it. Maybe we can just make it, because I think the gap between these two things are a bit too wide, so I'm just gonna tighten up. Okay, I think that looks much better, I think. Yeah, that looks better. So with that done now, we have the base of our slide. I was thinking maybe we can write a little bit at the bottom here and bring the whole thing up. So let's just go to text box and type in Happy Holidays. I downloaded a font before. I think it was called One Starry Nights or something. Let's just type that in and see what we get. One Starry Night. Nope, that's not it. What about One Starry Night? Yeah, that's it. That's it. There we go. So we downloaded this font before, and I'm just going to blow it up by, I think 150 is way too much. Maybe 100? Maybe if I bold it. Yeah, it looks better bold. But still, I think that's way too much, so I'm just going to go to 90. Gonna line it middle. Bring that here. In the center. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so this looks fine, but I'd like to bring the whole thing up a bit. So I'm gonna group things up here. So I'm just gonna go arrange, align, and then center, and arrange, align, middle, just like that. Yes, that looks amazing. Okay, but I think that there's a little bit more maybe we can do to sort of bring out this slide. And you know, this process that I was thinking is a bit lucrative, but you know, it's a creative and fun slide anyway, so why not? Whoops, I almost deleted our slide there. So why not? So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna go to insert, click on shapes, and then I'm just gonna click on this circle over here, right? I'm just gonna draw out a circle just like this. And I'm also going to make, you know, another circle, which is a bit smaller, just over here. And another circle that's even smaller just over here. All right, so I have 3 circles I want to play around with to create some sort of, you know, snowy background where you get to see the snow on the background, right? Again, this is not edited, so I don't know what I'm even saying. So I was thinking if maybe what we could do is, you know, just not remove, but add a different color to the backgrounds. I can tell a difference between the circles in the background, as well as maybe bring in this shape here that we just made before, and just bring that here, just so that we know what we can and can't touch, right? So I'm gonna go to no fill here and just make that black. So that way, I'm going to bring the circles around the center design, right? The center design piece that we made over here. So let's just play around and see what we get. But before we do that, let's just remove the outline for these 3 circles over here. And I'm gonna make this one white with I think, let's go with a 50%. 50% works out nicely, sort of transparency. And I'm gonna go to more fill colors over here. Let's go with, you know, a turquoise color. Make this 75%. No, 75 is way too much, so I'm gonna change that to around 50. 50 works out, I think. And I'm gonna make this one a darker turquoise color by just moving this down here and changing this to around, let's go with 33. You know, I'm just bringing in random numbers just for the fun of it. So with that done, what we can do now is we can just start playing around with these circles. So I'm gonna bring this one circle here, gonna put this circle over here, maybe another one just over here, and another one just over here. Bring in a white one there. And, you know, honestly, I'm just having fun with it. While I'm doing this though, I just want you guys to tell me what you enjoyed about your year. Maybe just let me know in the comments, how did your year go? How were your PowerPoint slides? You know, did they get better? Did you get noticed for them? Were you know, killing it on the corporate or academic floor? Were people talking about how you're the PowerPoint guy? I really hope so. If you've been following my guides, you'd know that I want you to be that PowerPoint guy, right? So you know this. I'm gonna bring that there, and let's just keep, you know, we're just having fun, guys. We're just having fun playing around with these little circles. Nothing special here. Maybe one over here. I can just like start playing around with these guys just like that. Maybe group it up, rotate, flip vertical, just so there's a way that, you know, we can keep playing around with them without having too much distraction. Over here, maybe. Another one there. Another one here. There's no rule for this. Really, you just want to, you know, be as creative as you want to be honest. And just gonna bring that up there. Maybe one over here. No, I think we can lose that for now. Bring this one in instead. Okay, let's just see what we got so far, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna copy these circles that we have, and we're gonna go back into our slide and paste them. So that looks actually really, really cool on this gradient, as you can see. So that's the kind of effect that I'm going for here. And I think it looks absolutely awesome and I love it. So I'm just gonna keep playing around until we have not the entire slide obviously, but at least, you know, 1/4 of it filled up. So I think that will do for now. We can just copy this and group it up. We can copy it, go back here, delete what we just made previously, paste that, right? And before we even continue, we can fix what we have a bit. So I think I'm gonna ungroup this and just keep playing around until I can fill in some of the gaps that we have over here. So I'm gonna duplicate this and move this over here, maybe add. It's all fun and games, boys and girls. Okay, I think we're almost done. Let's just, you know, fine tune. That's not perfect, obviously, but you know, good enough. So let's just copy these guys. Actually, before we do, let's group it up and copy, paste. Maybe bring it into the same sort of field, and then just rotate, flip horizontal, and just move that to the right a bit, like this. Right? And then we can just, you know, add our own tweaks. So I'm just gonna ungroup this. Maybe delete this guy. And move this guy over here, and another guy just above him, like that. Move that guy over here. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to highlight these and group these guys up as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these guys, right? I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to rotate it this way. Whoops. This way, and just bring that down over here. And what that does now, right, is we create some sort of snowy effect that I think looks absolutely awesome, but we still have some tweaking to do because I don't like the symmetry in between. Whoops, almost deleted our slide. So I don't like the symmetry that we have somewhat. So we're just gonna, you know, fix that up here. There we go. It looks pretty awesome for something we made out of scratch in PowerPoint, I think, as a first try. What do you guys think? You let me know. I think it looks great. I think I did a great job here. And of course, I couldn't have done it without you guys. You were there watching me, supporting me all the way. I just wanted to take this time to say, you know, happy holidays to everyone. And I really, really appreciate the support you've given me over the years, well, year. And I truly, truly enjoyed, you know, sort of starting SlideCow and making it a PowerPoint platform that people can enjoy. And the comments that I get, such as you're the best instructor I've ever listened to because you're so passionate about it. Yes, PowerPoint isn't exactly the sexiest sort of, you know, software out there. I know that. But I do understand that if you're good at something, why don't you show people how to be good at it? Because I truly do believe that PowerPoint skills are needed in the corporate world. If you want to progress, right? If you want to sort of make it out there, then PowerPoint can actually help you do that. And I promise you this, I do promise you this. You're only one presentation away from that promotion in some cases. I'm a real life example, guys. Without PowerPoint, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today in the corporate world. Just remember that PowerPoint skills aren't standalone skills. They're communication skills, right? They're skills that teach you how to be an effective communicator using visuals in the corporate world, or even the academic world, or even any other space that you want, right? Anyway, guys, happy holidays. I truly hope you enjoyed this sort of video. It's not a tutorial, it's just a video. And I will see you next time. This is Yo-Yo signing off for the year. Bye-bye.